Hi, my dear Cancers. How are you guys doing? Thank you for visiting Lucy the Antigua Tarot. My name's Lucy, and I am here to do your reading for the month of July 2016. So, let's take a look at it. Okay, my dear Cancers, here is your spread for the month of July 2016. It is a 9-card spread, as always, with the center card representing you at this point in time for this month, the energy that's mostly influencing you right now at this time in the month. Then we have, coming into your reading, we have the 9 of Cups, and then we have the Tower. We have the 6 of Pentacles. We have Death. We have the 10 of Swords, the Page of Swords, the 9 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands, and the Fool. So it's a very interesting reading. You do have 3 major arcanas, okay? And you have 1 Cup card, which is the energy coming in, a 9 of Cups, which is a very, very good card. And then you do have 1 Pentacles card also, which is the 6 of Pentacles. You have 2 Wands, the 8 and the 9. Very interesting, very awesome. And then your center does have the 10 of Swords. Okay, the 10 of Swords is showing us a man who's face down on the beach with 10 swords sticking in his back. A pretty violent card, but it's not really that serious for you right now. It is just telling you to be cautious, okay? To be sure that you know the truth of what's going on around you, okay? You want to make sure you know what's going on. If you're asking yourself, are they keeping secrets from me? The answer probably is yes. So don't waste your time with someone who you think is, wasting your time. Just don't hang around with them. Find some positive people who are going to give you support, who are going to be sincere, and who are going to talk to you and communicate with you, and move on. So this card is just really telling you to be careful. Again, because you're coming in with a very positive card, which is the 9 of Cups. And let's take a look at this card. The 9 of Cups, here you see a gentleman, and he has 9 cups. That means that he's doing pretty good. He's getting all of his needs filled. Okay. And he's sitting on this bench. The bench signifies balance and stability. Okay, so now this is a very good luck card. This is the wish card. It's the yes card. Make a wish. This card is about what you want and your achievements. Okay, so it is also a relationship card. And it is telling you, even though it is the wish card, to be careful what you wish for. Okay, so this is one of the messages for this card, and it is coming into your reading. Very, very positive. So maybe you applied for a job and you got it, or you will get it. Or maybe everything's going pretty good with your work. It might be time to celebrate. Or you might be sharing in somebody else's love and glory. Okay, so it could mean all of those things. It is telling you to let yourself get what you want. Okay, let yourself get what you want. Don't feel bad about it, but be careful what you wish for. Okay, so your reading is coming in with the 9 of Cups, which is the wish card. Your center is telling you to be cautious. So whatever is happening here, and you've got the Tower crowning your 10 of Swords. Whatever is happening here, you have this lucky card. Okay, you have a couple of really nice cards here. You have the 9 of Cups, You have the Page of Swords, you have the Fool. So let's look at the Tower. And the Tower is really a good card, even though sometimes we look at this image and we think, oh my goodness, that doesn't look very good. But in reality, it is a good card. All right, because it is telling us that you're getting this card because there is a need for change. Change is happening. It needs to happen. And also, maybe one of those changes is not having people that are important to you in your life anymore. Something's happened. So this card is telling you that you need to adapt to the new circumstances that are around you. And it's also telling you to let go. Okay? It's also requesting that you do not make any risky investments, all right? Because it might not work out for you, especially right now for the month of July. But there is sudden change happening, and most likely you didn't see it coming. That's why it's the Tower. Because usually when we get the Tower, it means that there's a change that's happening and we didn't even know it. And it is happening pretty quickly. So you're starting to feel things shift. You know, the Tower is not on a solid base. So things are shifting for you. So this is going to be a sudden transition for you. Okay? And that's what the Tower is implying. Now here it's telling you to be cautious. And here there's sudden transition happening. All right, so maybe you're finding yourself in new circumstances with new people, in new situations, and it's just telling you to be careful and to be cautious. So then you have the Six of Pentacles following your Tower. And this is a pretty good card. As you can see, here we have a man, and he is standing in front of these two beggars, and in his left hand he has the scales. So this is a card about generosity. And it is saying that help is given when you ask for it. It's about giving with balance and having a just sensibility. That's what this card is about. And it's also saying that there will be success if you are asking for aid or work. So if you're asking for work, if you're looking for aid and guidance, you will be successful in that. If you are asking for any kind of benefit, amenity, okay, you will be successful. That's what this card is saying. It's also saying that any financial help or task related to money and position will be given. So maybe you've lost your job, or maybe something's happened in terms of your money, in terms of your economic stability, and it's rocking your foundation, your stability with your money and your work. Perhaps that is what's going on. Even though you do have the Good Wish card, you have this Ten of Swords, and you do have the Tower, and you have Death. And Death for you in this reading is saying, let me pull it up so you guys can look at it. Okay, this card is telling you to let go. Okay, so the same as the Tower, letting go. This is the card for transformation. Okay, so this card is transition. This card is transformation. It's a change, a natural ending. So whatever is going on, it's going to be a natural ending for you. Another thing that the Death card is telling you is to accept the changes you need to make and to take charge of your life. Because there are changes happening, sudden changes. Be cautious, but you have to take charge of your life, accept the changes you need to make, and let go. And of course, this is a general reading, my friends. It's not going to relate to everybody, okay? Definitely not. And what is it that you're letting go? Well, it depends. Everybody's a little bit different. So you're going to have to do your interpretation on your own, what this is telling you specifically, if anything at all. This card is also telling you that in regards to money, be realistic. So, yes, if you ask for help, like the Six of Pentacles is telling you, your chances are likely to get it. Maybe you need economic help. All right. But there's sudden change. You need to learn to just move with the flow. Take reins. Take control of your life. Be realistic. This is a message that's coming out a lot for a lot of people in the readings this month. Okay, it might be because it's mid-month, it's summertime, things are happening, people are out and about. People tend to be spending a little bit more money, more time with family, which sometimes can create conflict. So I think that might be very indicative. And then we have the Page of Swords. Okay, and with the Page of Swords, what it's telling us is that there's a little bit of overconfidence going on here. Okay, it's telling you to be cautious because maybe you're being a bit too overconfident. You're promising to do something that you cannot do. All right. So it says to be honest with your boss, be honest with your partner, be honest with those people that are important that are around you. Make sure they understand what you can and what you can't do. Don't overpromise. Be honest with yourself and with others. Don't assume more than you know. All right? This is very, very good advice. Advice we can all use. Be humble. Seek advice from experts. Maybe there's somebody in your family, an older person. Remember, you have the good luck card. So anything you ask for, any wish you make, you will get it. So maybe you can seek guidance in terms of this card. Promising to do more than you can and to be honest with yourself and your boss. Maybe you haven't been honest and you need to. You need to make sure they understand what you can and cannot do. Don't overpromise and be honest with yourself and others and seek advice. Okay? All right, at the bottom of your reading, your foundation, we have the Nine of Wands. And in this card, you see this young man. He has all these wands, and he's been injured. Looks like he's been working really hard, or maybe in a battle. So this card is talking about defense, defending yourself, protecting yourself. Be ready for any blows. Okay, so your center card is coming out with be cautious. And here you're getting this card. Take care of things that need attention yourself. Don't depend on others to take care of things for you. You may need to defend your ideas and your character. That's what this card is saying, okay? So what is the action you need to do? It's giving you specifically. It's saying that you need to start defending yourself adequately. Perhaps you have not been standing up for yourself. Perhaps you haven't been very clear of what people can expect from you. And your character's gone into question. So things could be getting a little complex for you. So just take a deep breath and calm down. Don't freak out. Maybe perhaps things are not as complicated as they seem. Okay, just a little complicated, but not as complicated. So if it's in relation to work, okay, which it might be, this reading, things will be intense, and be aware and informed of what's going on around you. And that's what the Ten of Swords also said. Be cautious and be aware of what's going on around you. Underneath your Ten of Swords, you have the Eight of Wands. Okay, now this card can have several meanings. It can either mean that you have a lot of things to do and they're coming in quickly and you need to start organizing, arranging. making changes or whatever, organizing really, mostly. Things are happening quickly, which is possible. You do have the Tower. So there's like sudden change happening, and you need to act quickly. But this card is also saying that it's about being patient and waiting just a little bit longer. So if you are making a wish, trying to work things out, you're going to have to be a little patient. Trying to be honest and kind of straighten things out if there was like problems with communication. These swords, they take a little bit of time to get rid of them, but you can do it, but it does require some effort. So this card can also be the waiting card. It's telling you not to force things to happen. So people have certain concepts or certain beliefs. If your character's in question, just do the best you can, get back on track, do the work that you have to do, take care of business, don't depend on anybody else, and don't force things to happen. Take a step back and just kind of go with the flow and just do your work. If it's in relation to work, right? Beautiful reading. Okay. And then your reading is leaving with the Fool. And this is a pretty important card. It's the 0 card of the Major Arcana. And this young person, he's just like in La La Land, but he does have the sun behind him. And his knapsack is very small, which means he's not carrying a lot of emotional baggage, which is a good thing. So letting go, you had a couple of cards telling you to let go, is not a bad idea. And the universe is working hand in hand with this energy. That's one of the meanings it can have. Or it can go the negative way, which is watch where you're going, be careful how you where you step or what you step into. So it is a pretty important card. So it can say, look where you are going, watch your step. Sometimes things may look, really nice and they're not. So because perhaps maybe we're exaggerating a situation, you could even be exaggerating a situation. Okay, it's also feeling that you can start afresh. There may be a really nice spiritual energy coming through for you because this card does have the sun. So perhaps you're being guided to the next part of your journey. You are going through some major transitions here, and you do have the good luck and the wish card, and so you have this one too. So you're being guided by the spirits on your journey, and then you can also seek expert advice. On the other hand, you might be feeling that some people are not supporting you or understanding you. And again, you can't really change how people feel. Just do your best. It is important to remember, though, to know where you are and where you are going. People will believe you once they see the effort and hard work you are doing. And once they see the results, you will get the credit. So maybe it's in relation to something at work. Okay? So because of that, because of your character being in question and you not being able to communicate, what you can and what you can't do, maybe, perhaps, you may be feeling a bit lonely, going ahead on your own, which is fine. Just do your job, take care of business do it yourself. Don't expect anybody else to do it. And just remember that you do have your guiding spiritual energies and angels or whatever it is that you believe around you. Have that faith, okay, that everything's going to be fine. So, and let go of the worry, of the defense, being in the defensive, and just, have faith that things will work out fine.